So the first text we're going to be doing is this new text by KUDA in his recent edit. Or you don't really need any plugins for this. So basically what you're going to have to do is make a black solid layer, not actually use the pen tool for this one. So black solid layer. And then you're going to put the pen tool and mask around the actual line. Then search up 3D stroke on here and put that on the black solid layer. The reason we do this is we open taper and we enable it. This will just taper off the ends and the start and the end of the line. Put the thickness to like 4. You can mess around with the thickness, it doesn't really matter. And then just mess around with the start thickness and the end thickness. Basically just to make it look like how KUDA does it. Mess around with the thickness again if you really want to. Decrease that a bit. There's no like specific value that you're supposed to use, but as long as it looks good for you, it doesn't matter. Okay, so once you do that, you can add your text. So he puts secret, I think, and then yeah, that's basically all you have to do with that. If you just want basic text, obviously you can just fade, obviously to fade in the text. So a second forward, so it fades this, and you can use end on the black solid layer, just like a normal pen tool, like you just fade it in. There you go, and put that to 100. So start at 0 and then move it to 100. So just like that. You can easy ease it. If you have a flow plugin, this would be easier because you can just select what graph you want. If you don't have a flow plugin, I highly recommend you get it because you don't have to worry about graphs anymore. But just for this tutorial, just you know, do a mid graph, and then yeah, there you go. That's that. Obviously, he uses like effects on here. So we want to pre-compose it, right? And in my Discord, in the giveaway channel, right, it's gonna be effect deal. I don't want to go over how the effect is made because it would take too long. It's literally just a bunch of factor noise and emboss shiny, or if I just put it on, and I just recreated it. Obviously, this is a bit too dark. What you want to do is you want to mess around with this because there's a lot of stuff here, right? And I really don't want to go over it because it will take forever. What you want to do, what you want to know, right, is if you want to change the color, change it in the BCC lace texture. So if you want yellow, change it here, and also change it in slit tone, change it to yellow, and there you go, that's yellow. And basically that's what 24KJHON uses. I'm going to set in 2 presets actually. One's the one I made that I think looks the best, and then one's the actual one that KUDA used. Don't ask me how I got it, it's the actual one that KUDA uses. So the first one is mine, the second one is KUDA. It's all in the Discord server, link in the description. And then that's kind of it, right? You can just put my text go on here. Yeah, and then that's basically the thing done, right? What he does also is he enables 3D on here and moves it a bit around here. I used this in my recent edit with Fight Club. If you haven't seen that, then go watch it. Yeah, this is basically it. The second text we're going to be doing is just like a line underline under your text. It is quite time consuming and quite tedious, so I'm going to teach you how to do it fast. What you want to do is do it in your pen tool. Don't use black solid layer, you don't have to taper it. So what you're going to do is draw your line. Doesn't have to be too long. There you go, here's a line. And make sure the space in between the lines that you're going to make is consistent, or is consistent as much as you can. So do a couple lines, and then you can just pre-compose all of these. Yeah, and then you can duplicate these ones. The more lines you make, the better, or the more text you can probably use with this. This is because you can obviously save these texts as project files, so you can use for any edit that you're gonna do with them. So like how I do it on my PayHip. By the way, check my PayHip out. I have a lot of text like this, so if you don't want to make these texts individually for each one, so you can just go on my PayHip and buy it. I have like 23 text on there, a reasonable price, I think. So if you're interested in that, link in the description. And then after you have these lines, you want to pre-compose it, all of it, right? And then put your text in. So I'm gonna put PayHip #ad. and then place it on here. Then place on the pre-comp layer that has the shape layers, and put the position and go a couple frames and then move it, because then you're gonna pre-compose this and then put a mask on top of here underneath the text, and then you're gonna put a feather. There you go. See? So then it moves. So I'm telling you, if you like move it too fast, right, or move it too much, then it will be faster. So it depends really on how fast you want it. There you go. What you're gonna do now is obviously you can fade it in. You can fade in the text if you want. On my pcap, I do it a little bit differently on the text, so but still works the same. Yeah, there you go. So the third text we're going to be doing is this like face stack text. It's not very difficult to make, but it's kind of complicated on how the steps are. So double click it. Instead of face stacking like you do with stabilized motion, you're going to do the track motion now. And it's the same process. It's literally just face tracking but with stabilized motion. So same thing. Make the square decently big, you know, because you want it to be accurate but not too slow or too fast. And then track it. I have a pretty slow clip, or like a pretty short clip. There you go. Don't hit apply. You can't even apply anyway. So just go back to composition and light your text now. I'm going to Mr. Bit. Increase the size, and then go back now, and then go back to the tracker section. Edit target and put the layer on Mr. Bit or whatever text you have you want to track to, and then hit apply. Now the text will literally track to the face. What you want to do is now pre-compose this text, right? And now you can move it anywhere you want without the tracking being disabled or being messed with. So there you go. Obviously this looks ass cheeks. So what you're gonna do is hit 3D, so you can move it to how the actual character looks in the camera. So make sure that the text looks like it's like actually on his head and not on like floating. So there you go, that actually looks much better. Yeah, that's it. What you want to do now is you can add optic compensation on here. Make sure that like the anchor point, the view center here, alright, is like in the middle of the text, right? And then inverse lens distortion, and you can no, don't inverse. Squeeze it, yeah. And then make the size text bigger. You can see. Maybe increase it. What this does is it can like wrap around. If it's like a head or like a tube or something, like you can like wrap around the thing. The more you increase it, like the more it wraps around. It can sometimes looks better. I'm going to mess around with 3D section right now more because it's kind of like bounced off. So if you mess around, it takes a lot of messing around with for the 3D to actually like look good. So yeah, just mess around with 3D. Increase the size if you need to. The size doesn't really matter. Right, and then yeah, you can add my deep glow on here, or you can make your own deep glow. Obviously my clip is very short because I just want to do a tutorial of it, but you can make this longer. You can rotoscope it, obviously, like how I do it, or 24KJHON uses it. So if you want to see that, how it like rotoscopes for text behind the character and then moves out, so you can see that. There's a bunch of more text that if you want to do. If you do have any recommendations, and I'm telling you, leave it in the comments. I'll go through it one by one. It does take me a long time to do the text and do the tutorials, so be patient with it, but it will eventually come out. If you have any suggestions, leave it in comments. Obviously, Discord server is also a good place. DM me, also a good place. Mr. Bit _100. Yeah, but that's pretty much it, right? So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like. Thank you very much. Bye.